Guys, hello! The end of Veggies on Tour.
End of an era.
End of an era. Is it end of an era? Are we stopping vlogging? Are we just ceasing the channel entirely? We did say.
Are we stopping being vegetarian?
Are we stopping being vegetarian? Yeah, that is the question. What is happening? Why? What does this mean? Are we going home and never travelling again? Why aren't you in China? What happened to China? You were supposed to be in China, you were supposed to be in Sanya. Well, we are in a different place at the moment actually, completely different country. Don't know if you can guess where we are, but we are here for a few days. And there may be some content out of this, but we still have more Chinese stuff to come, more Sanya stuff. It's just a little bit of an update this.
Out of China actually, yeah.
We did. We're out of China now, but we've got more videos to come. We have got a little bit of an update though, because some of you might have noticed that Veggies on Tour name has changed.
After how many years?
After a few years of having Veggies on Tour, we've had it for quite some time, and it felt.
2020.
Yeah.
So
it felt.
4 years of Veggies on Tour.
It felt like things needed a little bit of a change. Recent things, just to give you a little bit of an update on where that name came from. It actually came around just by chance while we were in lockdown in Malaysia during COVID.
Yeah, we weren't even planning to put that many videos. It
No.
was just kind of like filming our experience in lockdown kind of thing.
We actually never intended to be vloggers or anything like that, or make these kind of vlogs. It just happened all by chance actually, while we were in Malaysia, and suddenly we got a little popular in Malaysia because we were some of the only tourists there at the time, and so we got well known as Veggies on Tour. And I've always kind of disliked the name a little bit myself.
Bottom line, I would say,
Yeah.
is our channel is not a vegetarian channel.
No.
We don't do any videos about being vegetarian. I think we do travel videos mostly, and
Exactly.
we do a lot of like food focused stuff.
Yeah.
But nothing is like just vegetarian kind of preach or.
We've never ever preached being vegetarians at all to anyone.
It's just part of what.
It's just who we are, and it's not like.
It's not the main part.
It's
the
not.
focus of our channel.
It's not. But what has been happening, and over these past few years, is we get a little bit of dislike in comments, and just people generally who aren't big fans of being vegetarian.
I feel like a name like that comes with a little bit of a burden.
Right. Some of the comments we received while we were in China, there are plenty of good ones, amazing comments, but some of the comments are a little bit misunderstanding of us.
But first of all, there's a lot of misunderstanding even what vegetarian has between vegetarian, vegans, or people who are like Buddhist vegans, and they even have different kind of dietary requirements than we do. So I think it's just the whole thing is just carries so much misunderstanding and hate. We feel kind of unreasonably.
We do. You'd be surprised. I'm not saying this because otherwise this will attract more hate. But I'm telling you, we do receive a fair amount of hate mail just because we are vegetarian. And I think it's just a misunderstanding that many people maybe feel sometimes if someone is claiming to be a vegetarian that they may think they're better than anyone. But we certainly don't feel like we're better than anyone. We're happy that everyone can eat what they want. You know, if they want to eat meat, that's absolutely fine. If they eat fish, that's absolutely fine. In fact, we're not super strict vegetarians ourselves.
No,
we have been known.
We know like food is a huge part of traveling.
Yeah.
And we try to be flexible and as polite as we can.
Yeah.
So when we are invited, and if there is something, we try to eat around the meat. We are not super like crazy about it. We just try to do our best.
We do.
In being vegetarian, not vegan, so we're happy to eat anything else like there is not meat and fish.
There is a general, sometimes a little bit of a dislike towards us. I've noticed other people traveling around the world, they eat, you know, we eat a lot. We are a big foodie channel. If we ate meat and fish, we would be purely such a foodie channel. And there is so much food we ate in China, but still there are comments even on these, and they say, oh well, they didn't eat this. And despite people saying to us like, oh, you guys eat a real damn lot, there are still people that say, oh well, you didn't have the sausage red rice, and you know, just slightly comments that just
Obviously, it feels a bit like people focus a bit too much on what we don't
Yeah.
eat.
Hello.
Hello. People focus a bit too much on what we don't eat.
Yeah.
Rather than what we eat.
Yeah, it's
Because
true.
we do like to do research about places we go to, and we always do that wherever we are. And it's a bit more difficult for us, obviously, because we have kind of limits on what we can eat. But we're still quite like knowledgeable, I feel, about food in places we go to.
Yeah, it's true.
But it's like people can really like notice that because they are too
Too
focused
focused on us being vegetarian.
Eat the meat and fish.
My gosh, we do whole vlogs about food, like really interesting local food, and there's not vegetarian restaurants necessarily. And still we get people going, yeah, I didn't even watch this. These vegetarians think they're better than anyone else. It's like, mate, it's honestly, it's complete misunderstanding.
Sometimes I feel, obviously with this we're not changing who we are and what we eat.
It's true.
We're just changing our name because the name comes with a lot of negative associations that we really don't want to, attract to us. We don't need to attract
Honestly, some of the comments are a little bit odd, aren't they?
We've had a few strange stuff.
And
it's not a complaint.
It's not a complaint.
It comes with it, and when you put yourself on the internet,
it's how it works.
Normal that
it's
you
normal.
Get feedback, and it's all fine. But we just thinking like focusing on the wrong stuff.
It doesn't come with any benefits being called Veggies on Tour.
It's just our channel is not about that. It's just not about the vegetarian food. We don't do videos talking about, I don't know, some random vegetarian products that you can find on the market.
It's true.
It's just a travel channel. So I feel it doesn't really represent us.
So we are changing the name. Right now it's Pat and Giulia. Is this going to be too difficult for people to follow? Are people going to be able to spell Giulia correctly? Do we need something a little bit different? I think generally some of the recent comments have made us rethink things a little bit in general. We do take on board everything you say, and everyone that comments and everyone that followed our journey from COVID, all those years ago from Malaysia. We appreciate you guys so much more than you realise. Even if you don't comment, we do love to hear from you, and we read every comment.
The reason why we kept going with videos was that we actually made so many friends along the way.
We did, yeah.
We met a lot of people through our channel. And locals we would have never met without it.
It's never been a big business thing. It's not really. In fact, we have other businesses that actually.
It's not a full-time thing.
It's not. And in fact, it actually takes up a lot of our time for almost.
Sometimes too much.
Too much. But the beauty about the process is you meet so many people through it, and you make so many friends, and we've got friends across the globe because of it. So we do like to keep it up. You can see from the comments, there's such lovely people in the world, and we've had such a great time. And there's been some very nice people that have sent us some things, super likes. Big shout out to all the people that have sent us super likes. Most recently in the last video, Alex Verve just sent us a super like as well. So thank you, Alex, for that donation. Very, very kind of you. It's not always that we get donations from people, so it's really, really sweet that people even send us anything. But anyway, some of the funny comments, guys, we received just really funny. One of the interesting comments I've been getting is this guy Jewish? Because of my nose. I'm like, what? I'm like, what's wrong with my pointy nose? Apparently they say a pointy nose.
You know what? We've only got this in China though. We actually never had it before.
No, yeah.
As far as I know.
It's just really, really quite an interesting one.
But it's very funny because what we know is actually Jewish nose is a bit not just pointed. It's kind of
right.
It's just usually like a particular shape to it.
It's true, yeah.
It's not even just pointy, what we get told usually.
I don't know why I get it. We get some. Giulia gets a lot of nice comments. I get a couple of nice comments here and there, but not as many as Giulia does. She's very fortunate. I was going to say one thing quickly about the name. Okay, Veggies on Tour. Its problem is Veggies on Tour is if you're not a vegetarian as well, it's a bit like, the way I can compare it is a bit like watching a channel, or going to watch a channel called like Catholics on Tour or Christians on Tour. Your kind of assumption already is this is a religious channel, and they're going to be going Catholicism and Christianity all over it, and you're like, am I going to watch a Christianity educational channel?
Someone trying to educate and convert people potentially.
Yeah.
But that's not what we do, so we're like, it doesn't really.
No, we're not trying to convert anyone to vegetarian. So we're not, you know, we are just naturally just vegetarians, but we used to eat meat many years ago, and we're not here to preach to anyone or talk about it, you know.
We don't care. We don't care about what anyone is.
Everyone is welcome to eat what they want, you know, and it's good. And that's the way we feel about it. So, name change, Pat and Giulia at the moment. If there's another name you think we are well known as, then welcome to let us know what you think.
People used to call us a tofu couple in China.
Tofu couple.
Apparently we ate a lot of tofu
We
at
have
the beginning.
tofu couple.
Or so it looked, because we don't film our meals.
Anyway, we've had an amazing time over the years. Everything, all the people we've met, still kind of in limbo with the name, but I'm a bit worried.
Still our
I'm a bit worried that people
YouTube
can
handles.
spell Pat and Giulia, or they're going to be looking for
Then
Pat and
just spell
Giulia
it.
or Pat and Giulia, and then
I'm
it's.
sure they can find it.
And then
I'm not sure what they need to.
what you think?
Yeah.
YouTube keywords will find it.
Yeah. VeggiesOnTour is your handles anyway.
True.
So.
Let's see anyway, guys. Let us know, and yeah, we will be back with the China content and some content maybe from this country.